A sorority and a campus will be heading back to class tomorrow with heavy hearts after two UNM students were killed in a hit-and-run crash this weekend. Two more students are still fighting for their lives. News 13's Cole Miller reports.
It's a day none of these students could have imagined, having to say one final goodbye to someone so young.
You could tell that she was kind of like a big sister to many of them.
They're saying that goodbye to Brianna Hillard, a UNM student and Pi Beta Phi's sister.
It's just a tragedy. It really, really is, and it just breaks your heart.
This is the car Hillard and three other students were riding in. Police say 21-year-old Joshua Lael was behind the wheel of a stolen pickup, speeding up Rio Grande when he hit and flipped the car those students were in just outside the Hotel Albuquerque.
We have two young people deceased on scene. We have two young people clinging to life today in a hospital. We have two cowardly criminals who fled that scene after hitting their car.
One of those students badly injured, now in critical condition, is also a Pi Beta Phi. And throughout the day, people were coming by the house to show their support. Hillard, a senior here at the university, is being remembered tonight as a friend to everybody and somebody who was always smiling.
She was obviously a very special person, and you know, they're all very, very close to each other.
Police say Lael and his 16-year-old passenger tried to hide from police after the crash.
After a couple hour search using our canine team, we were able to apprehend those two males.
Lael's got a lengthy record, including another hit and run and careless driving. And now this time,
the truck was stolen and there was a stolen firearm inside that truck.
And while this investigation continues, students are doing their best to stay strong for one another.
I think it just demonstrates, you know, how tight and how closely knit the Lobo community is.
Cole Miller, KRQE, News 13.
We have not learned the name of the other student killed in the crash or the names of the other two students still in the hospital. Lael is looking at a long list of charges, including vehicular homicide and child abuse. He's expected to face a judge this morning. Belen police say a 16-year-old was hit and killed by a car while riding his motorcycle. It happened around 5 yesterday afternoon near 3rd and West Rankin Avenue. Police say the driver of the car was arrested for alcohol-related charges. New Mexico State Police are helping with the investigation.
It's a joint operation. We've brought in our reconstruction team, and so the crash is being reconstructed and fully investigated as a crime.
Police have not released the name of either the victim or of the person arrested. A New Mexico man who killed another man over a PlayStation will spend a long time behind bars. The Santa Fe New Mexican reports Eric Rodriguez was sentenced Friday to 35 years in prison with 8 suspended for second-degree murder and kidnapping. Rodriguez pled guilty to gunning down 20-year-old Marco Bequet because Bequet stole a PlayStation. The plea deal was necessary in part because now convicted Rio Arriba County Sheriff Tommy Rodella was the lead investigator on that case. Raton police have arrested a 21-year-old for murder. According to police, Anthony Garcia gunned down someone in a Raton neighborhood late yesterday morning. Police have not released the victim's name or many other details. A Florida State University student who was shot by a gunman at a campus library last week says he forgives the shooter. Elijah Velez is recovering from his injuries at his home near Miami. A bullet fired by Myron May grazed the 18-year-old during Thursday's chaos. The shooter's motive isn't entirely understood, but Velez says he's just grateful to be alive.
I don't have any resentment or anything. He had his own problems to deal with, and I can't be mad at him for anything.
2 other people shot in the library incident are still recovering. The shooter, May, had served as an attorney in Doña Ana County. He died in an exchange of gunfire with police. Authorities are interviewing a number of people who knew May as they try to determine exactly what happened. It will be an extra special Thanksgiving this week for dozens of children in the metro area who will be giving thanks for their new families and forever homes. Yesterday was National Adoption Day, an effort to raise awareness about the foster care system and all of the children waiting to find a home. At Children's Court in Albuquerque, 34 families finalized 39 adoptions. It's a day many had been waiting years for.
It's a culmination of really like 5 years of thought and process and effort, you know what I mean, to get to this point. So big deal for us, huge deal for us.
According to the state's Children, Youth and Families Department, there are more than 500 children in the system in New Mexico who are available for adoption. Taos is getting national attention again, this time as a Christmas Day hotspot. Travel and Leisure magazine lists Taos as one of their best places to visit for Christmas. The magazine cites its luminaria-lined streets along with its traditional celebrations in and around town as reasons why. The article also recommends visitors hit the slopes on Christmas Day at Taos Ski Resort. Junk food lovers on the Navajo Nation will pay more for their sugar fixes. On Friday, Navajo Nation President Ben Shelley signed a 2% sales tax increase on junk food into law. The tax begins next year and lasts until 2020. The Navajo Indian Health Service says about 1/3 of Navajos are either diabetic or pre-diabetic, and the obesity rate is as high as 60%. The Tribal Council voted earlier this year in favor of the tax, but Shelley had vetoed it.